Hello friends, I am Amir Nizami and today we are going to study the write and read command to how to write and read a file in a MATLAB. So we will just see. So why we use these commands? So we should know the applications. So for that, suppose here it is shown here a function. So let me take one. So a function is there fz, which is exponential of eta z. Okay, so eta value are varying. So eta is one value. Somewhere it is 0.5, 0, minus 0.5 and minus 1. So corresponding to each eta value, there would be a function fz. Okay, so these are plotted here, 5 different values for fz, for 5 different plot of fz on the same figure. So where we use the command write a file and read a file. So we generally use the sprintf command, okay, so that we can write somewhere in our uh, space, and then we again read those where file so that to plot a function. Okay, so why we do and how we do, we will see it. So let's take pen. So our function is here, fg is equals to e to the power exponential to the power eta z. So first of all, we should know that z is our vector. It's a vector, and that vector is a column vector. So we have already seen in the last lecture that we use the command linspace, and then we take, suppose here it's shown 0 to 3, so we can take 0 to 3 value, and number of points we can take 30, 40, any number of values for that. And we can also we will want to make it in a vector format, so we will transpose it. So this is a sign of transpose, or we can also write it t. So but we write in a MATLAB, we just give this command, we just give this command, so it take the transpose of that function, so it would become a column vector whose size would be, row would be 30 and column would be 1, so 0 and so on, and up to 3 value it would end up. Okay, so it is the column vector. Similarly, the function fg would be if we are taking eta value. So eta value is also a column vector. So first value is minus 1, then minus 0.5, then 0, then 0.5 and plus 1. Okay, so it is 5 by 1. So row is 5 and column is 1. So it's also a column vector. So suppose first value exponential to the power eta. It is considering as minus of 1 into z. Okay, so it will plot a function corresponding to z. It would plot one function, and suppose it is like this. So it would be f1 or fg1 function. Similarly, when f of z would be e to the power minus 0.5 into z, so it would take minus 0.5 as the eta, so we will name it fg2 function. So the second function would be maybe like this, and so on. So for different functions we have to plot. So first of all, in MATLAB, what we do, we'll see in the next time. So in MATLAB, what we used to do generally, we'll write a command clc and clear all. Okay, then we will give z vector as or z only, so that would be a linspace command, and we take 0 through 3 and number of points, that may be 30, 31. Okay, we can give any number of points, and We can also normalize it. So normalization is what? If we take h value is suppose 10, so z value we will take z vector divided by h. Okay, so it will normal this z would be a normalized z. So we will plot, when we will plot a function fg versus z, so it would be a normalized value. And eta, we have seen eta value is, so we will make it a vector format. So in MATLAB, how we will write? In MATLAB, we will write it in this manner: -1, -0.5, 0, 0.5, and +1, and we will make a transpose here. So this would be the sign of transpose, so it would make a column vector. Okay, so it would become a column vector. And our function f of z is what? We will write exp exponential of, what would be there? Eta multiplied by z. So now eta, we are seeing that here it's 5 values, because we know that it's a vector and the vector would be -1 and so on, then +1. So the first value would be here -1. So how we will know that? It will read eta of 1, that would be -1 value. Eta of 2, it would be -0.5 value, and eta of last value, that is 5, that would be +1 value. Okay, so what should be written here so that it will read in this manner? So we'll write a loop, that's for j of j, suppose we are giving, is equals to 1:5. Okay, in this manner we'll write for j of j is equals to 1:5. Then we will write here f underscore g would be equals to exponential of eta, we'll write here j of j into z. Okay, so now for jj equals to 1, it will read eta of 1, and eta of 1 would be -1, so it will multiply -1 with a z vector. So it would give all the values of fg corresponding to eta, that value is -1. So it will plot one function here. Similarly, then again it would end and it would come back, and then for jj equals to 2, now it would take the value 2, and then eta of 2 would be -0.5. So it would take -0.5 into z, then again one function would be plotted. So again one function would be stored, and the second function would be fg2, and so on. So all the values, all the functions would be getting stored. But how to store those functions and where to store, how we will know? This is the main thing we should understand. So we will now store those functions. So how we store it? We will write a matrix, and we will give it, we have written fg as a function, f underscore z. So we'll write f underscore z, and another would be corresponding to z we are writing. So corresponding to z, a matrix fg would be prepared. Then we will write a command vpa of a matrix to read the function, and we will write a name that a is equals to this matrix. A is this matrix. Okay, so now we just want some space here, so let's write here okay. So we will write a command. So file id is equals to f of open print f where we want it in a, suppose, D drive. Okay, so D drive in the computer, and that file is, suppose the file name is MATLAB coding file, and the folder is mat underscore results. This is our folder, and the function name we are storing it eta function, and we will give underscore this command D, okay, dot txt, okay, comma jj and w. So we will write in this value, in this way. Okay, so we will store this function here, and then we will write f of open file name. We'll give one small a. Then we will write f print f file ID, then %e m comma a end. So what we have written here? So for jj equals to 1:5, we have written a function fg. It will read each value corresponding to jj. If jj is 1, it will read the first value of eta of 1, that is -1, and then the matrix we have written here fg comma z. So corresponding to z, the function fg will be stored here, and the file id here, that is f open sprintf d. It is the command sprintf, so that we can, this value we have taken fg and z are stored here, so we want to store in some file in our computer. So we will make a txt file. So we are writing f open sprintf, and that we want to store in a D drive. So D drive, MATLAB coding, there would be a folder. Under that, mat results is a folder name inside, eta function name, %d dot txt file. Its extension is txt file. Okay, and this is w. W is used for overlapping. That if you run again and again, so it will just overlap on the same file. It will just write the results again. Okay, comma jj we are writing that for each value of jj. So first value of jj, it will write first, store it first value corresponding to jj equals to 2. The second value would be stored, third, and so on. Okay, so it will store in this fashion. And now we will just f open file name. So this file name what we have given, so it will just take from there. Okay, and again f printf, we are writing a command to just printf, so file id, and this %e is what it is, just replicating this. So this value would be stored here in this fashion. Okay, and then we will end it. And what we want that to read this file. So 5 value would be stored here. So corresponding to each, suppose we are giving the first to read this file. So T1, we write a command dlm read D folder, and the same MATLAB coding, mat results, underscore eta function, and it will read the 1. For %d, it will read first T1, it will read 1 and dot txt. Okay, similarly again it would come for T2, and it would have dlm read, same where it would just take %, 2.txt file. Similarly, T3 and up to T5, it will read all the values T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5 corresponding to each eta value. And then what we want to plot. So we will write a command plot T of 1 and T1 of what? First value we want to plot on the X value and the second on Y. So T1 of 1 and T1 of 2. Hold on. We will write a hold on command. Then again plot T2 of 1 comma T2 of 2. So it would plot the second function, that T2 of 1 would be what? 1 would be this one fg, and T2 of 2 would be this, for eta equals to second value of eta. And similarly plot, hold on, we will write a command T3 of 1 comma T3 of 2, and hold on, plot T4 of 1 comma T4 of 2, hold on, T5 of the value, and so on. So each value we will plot, and then it will show the results like this. So we'll see in the MATLAB how we perform this function. So let's start. So we will go to MATLAB. We'll see. So this is the value. So we have just written CLC clear all, close all. H equals to 10. We have taken a constant value of H. N is input number of points in the Z direction, how much value we want. So Z vector is the linear space 0 to H. H is here 10. So 0 to 10 we are varying, comma N plus 1. And N plus 1 is the number of points plus 1. Z is the number of points here. So number of points in the Z direction we are taking. And here Z vec, so Z is equals to Z vec divided by H, which we are normalizing this. And eta here we can see -1, -0.5, 0, 0.5 and 1. So we are already writing it with a semicolon. So it would be a column vector itself. We don't have to now transpose, because it is itself a column vector which we write with the semicolon. Otherwise we have to give a transpose here to make it a vector format. Now, so this function f would be equals to exponential of eta of gg of z. So jj of z is what? First loop jj is 1, so it will read the first value of this. Okay, so now corresponding to this, it will read a matrix. So that would be f and space z. So first function and corresponding z value it will read. Then VP of matrix, and we are giving the matrix name A equals to matrix. Now we are writing a file ID. Okay, so what is the file ID? We are writing fopen. We are writing the command fopen sprintf. Sprintf will, what it will do? It will write the value of this f and z, where in a txt format we are going to write. So it will open a folder. So where it will open a folder? It will open a folder in a D drive, and that would be a MATLAB coding folder. And under that there would be a new folder mat_results, and there we are writing that folder name, that function name as epan exponential func, and that is %d. That is number we want 1, 2, 3. So it depends upon our jj values. Okay, .txt comma jj. So the jj is 1. So for the first loop it will store the value. Then for the second loop it will again store the second value, and so on it will store. Then we want to open that file. So fopen file name. Okay, so now fprintf, we write file ID. Okay, we have already generated this file ID. So fprintf is the command here. Here we have written fprintf to write there. Now here we are writing fprintf file ID and just this value f and z we want to store here in a percentage exponential format. Okay, so this value would be written here in this format. Okay, now these values are already written somewhere in the B drive MATLAB. Now to plot that, what we want to read that is already stored somewhere. Now we want to read that file so as to plot that function. So we will read T1 is DLM read command. From where we want to read? We want to read from this place, D folder MATLAB coding. So we are reading D folder MATLAB coding, mat results, and here instead of this percentage we want the first value of second value of f, third, fourth, and 5. There are 5 functions stored corresponding to each eta value. There is a function, so we will see all these functions would be there. So it will read all those functions from there. And now what we want to plot. So we want one figure, and we want to plot all the function value in the same figure. So here T1 of 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 we know that the first value is what here, function value, and the second is storing as a z value. So we will just plot all the function value corresponding to z, T2 of 1, T2 of 2, and so on. So in this manner it will plot that function. So let's see, we will just save and run the command. So let's run. So number of points in z direction, how much we want? Suppose I want 30. So it will take 30 and it has given a plot here. So it has plotted all the values corresponding to it. But we want also our label, that what is the x and what is the y axis, and also the legend, that which function is which one corresponding to which eta value. Okay, so we can also write here with the label and x-axis. You can write here x level, axis function, and y level is z, and then we can write legend. So for each eta value, so eta eta 1 we can say is equals to, but we can give -1, or we can say T1, T2, T3. So that would be much better, corresponding to each T1, T1, comma T2, T4, let's plot it. Okay, so we can see here now the function. So it is the legend here shown that the first one is this, the first function, the second function T2 is this, the third function T3, T4 and T5. So the T1 was corresponding to eta equals to minus of 1. So that this value is corresponding to minus 1, then minus 0.5, then 0, corresponding to 0 value. This is the function, plus 0.5 and plus 1 value. These are the functions. And this is a function on the z, and here it is on the z-axis, z value is written. So in this way we write the command in the MATLAB and we plot the functions. So thank you.